Best sellers. It's amazing what is a bestseller anymore. I love to read. I really do. You can usually find me doing many things, but usually when I'm not being social, I will actually pull up a book and read it. I'm very selective in my reading. Very selective. Mostly because I can't read very well. My comprehension's pretty good, but reading out loud is very difficult, so love to read. But what makes a bestseller these days is just sad. Writing my novels or my short stories or anything, any idea that I have, I just sit down and start writing. I'm in the midst of like three different storylines right now, and I can't seem to actually get to writing any of them. But writing them, I'll sit down with a notepad and I'll just start writing. I'll write, and as I'm writing, I'm editing, revising, and making sure stuff makes sense, continuity, that kind of thing. Because whenever I write, I always visualize it as a movie. If it doesn't make sense on the screen, it's not going to make sense in the book, or vice versa. So, many revisions, just writing down ideas. And then once I'm done writing down the ideas, I'll start writing the story. And usually when I write a story, I only have a small part of it so that the free-flowing thought can actually write the story. As I'm writing it, the story's writing itself. But as I'm writing, there's many revisions done. There's revisions in the idea. There's revisions in the story as I'm writing it. And then there's revisions once I type it out. When I sit down to write, I'm writing a good while. And there's about 8 different revisions on any one piece. And that's just before I get it to the person I have edit. My best friend edits for me. And she takes the double-space typed version and edits that. So when I say I don't understand what makes a bestseller, it's because if an amateur who doesn't even get published goes through this many revisions and edits this much, why is it that bestsellers can't? There is a phenomenon by the name of the Twilight series. Oh my god. I have not read the book, okay? I have not read the book because I'm afraid it'll give me an aneurysm. I love reading fan fiction, and the fan fiction has to be well written, well thought out, has to kind of hold its own. But Twilight is like the worst fan fiction ever, and it's its own fan fiction. It's like somebody had, let's write a vampire story. And let's make it so far out there that people who likes vampire stories are totally like, what the hell's going on? Twilight needs to be written. Actually, my friend who edits all my stories, is rewriting Twilight. She's taken a red pen to almost every page of the first book so far. It's become her small obsession. She read it because her aunt told her to read it right before the movie came out, so she did. And then her friend gave her a copy of the book so that she could red pen it. When she's done red penning it, she's going to retype it. I said that she should send it into the author and tell her how many Adonis-like sentences have been taken out. I've been sitting there talking to her where she's just carved a really big X through an entire page. And she's going to do the same thing to the Sookie Stackhouse novels. And I think it's awesome. I love the Sookie Stackhouse novels. I am a huge fan of True Blood. I am a huge fan of the storyline. The books are horribly written. Charlene Harris, if you're watching this, I'm very sorry. They're horribly written. There's so much detail into just what Sookie is wearing that's unbelievable. Needs to be rewritten.
Sadly.
The fan fictions are written better than the novels. I'm not kidding, okay? I will post links to the fan fiction I'm currently reading. And I have read all the books. I've read all the books twice already. I read all the books in a matter of 7 days. Okay? It was like, each book was like an hour read for me. I don't read very well. At least I don't think so. I'm in college courses that they placed me in for my reading, which is like the highest level of English you can get in placement. And I don't really have to take any English courses after that. But still, the reading level of the Sookie Stackhouse novels is like 4th grade. It is very sad. The biggest words in the book come from Sookie's word of the day calendar. Okay? It's bad. The series, on the other hand, it's very good. Give me any day with Alexander Skarsgård naked or shirtless, and we're good.
Pathetic.
The first season, it's alright. Second season, way overacted. But you know what? I got to see where Alex, so I'm good. And I'm waiting season 3. So don't mistake me. I'm a big fan of True Blood and the Sookie Stackhouse novels. I just can't believe they're bestsellers.